McAllister's back with us.
Tater tot casserole.
Oh, yes. Or tater tot nachos.
That's right.
Tachos.
Yeah,
okay.
yes, tachos.
As we refocus and bring it back to the Cook's Essentials.
Everyone calm down.
Mirrored, no. Boy, I've heard that so many times. Mirrored electric tea kettle. So we want you to rethink about the way that you're boiling water on your stovetop, and we'll talk to you about why. Cook's Essentials, you can only find it here at QVC, and we have it at a great price today. But Joe, I heard you and Kathy Pedraeus, who is a fabulous cook in her own right and a host here on QVC. If you don't know her, you need to find her on social, get to know her because she's delightful. But why's a kettle better than just the traditional way of boiling water on the stovetop?
So when we have the kettle on a stovetop, the heat is diffused, so you're just wasting energy. And then it takes forever for that water to come to a boil.
Right.
Plus, it's a covered kettle, right?
Yes.
If I need to add more water, I'm exposed to the hot steam. I've done that so many times where I burn my little fingers on that, right?
Yeah.
So this is what I love. This is already hot, so it's not going to take very long to come to a rolling boil.
Right.
There we go. We hit that switch, and that's all we do. And you can see almost immediately, because we just had it at a boil, it comes to a boil. Wow. So here's the other thing. If a chef tells you they've never destroyed a tea kettle on their cooktop, they are lying, because we've all done it. I've destroyed two, one cast iron and one stainless steel. Ooh. Just you cook them till they're dry.
Cook the bottom out of it.
And it's just a disaster. You'll never do that here because they go off when they come to a boil.
This tea kettle is now at an amazing price, which I'll tell you about in a moment, but we also have fun colors that we have showcased down in front of our table here. So let's take a look. We have three for you. We've got Eggplant, which is that beautiful purple. Right in the middle, we have Black, which is always a good way to go if you're gifting this to someone. You're not quite sure which way.
Right.
Then we have the red, which is always a great choice in the kitchen, and it's on a clearance price now of $29.96. The comparable retail value is $58.99. So you're saving $29.03, to be very specific, when you pick up the kettle here on QVC2 today. But I love the features of this kettle too. It's not just any kettle.
That's right. It's a 7-cup mirrored finish, almost like a mercury glass when you look at it. If I stand behind it, you can actually see the water level, right? And if we drop the studio lights, they'll be able to see the beautiful lights that come on. With the black one, you've got the blue light. With the red one over here, there's obviously a red light, right?
Yeah.
And then when you feel the outside, it's still warm, right? So that's going to come to a rolling boil just like that. And then this switch automatically goes off. So there's no danger of boiling over, boiling it dry, and destroying your kettle. The other thing is, look, Ma, no cord. The cord is on the base. So the kettle itself is free, and I can take this to the table and refresh tea or do anything I want. The cord doesn't get in the way, so that's a wonderful thing. Now these come back to a boil in about a minute, right? Just under a minute.
Okay.
From room temperature, it takes about 5 minutes for this to come to a boil.
That's fast.
And this is almost ready because I just put it on when you walked over, so it's almost ready, and we'll see that come to a rolling boil. But again, you can see that beautiful purple light there, right? And it's just as simple as this. When I'm ready, I flip it off, or I wait for the kettle to automatically go off, just like it will here when it comes back to a boil.
Lovely. Okay, red is most popular and most limited. We also have Black and Eggplant. This is a clearance price, so $29.96. 2 easy payments of $14.98 are available today. But a clearance price typically means that we do not have a reorder planned for this particular item. It's K45327. Tea time is a big deal in our house because I grew up with tea time. We always had tea. My father loves a good glass of Constant Comment.
Oh, nice.
He loves a Constant Comment, but I love a cup of tea before I go to bed.
Absolutely.
But it's not just for tea. We use hot water for so many different things, like hot cocoa.
We do. Cocoa. Here we've got some instant soup, the ramen noodles. This is a perfect dorm situation. It solves that problem right away. You can have that hot water anytime you want. This is called concasse. It's when you take the skin off of the plum tomato so that you can turn that into sauce. You take the seeds out next, right? But the hot water actually will allow that skin to peel right off.
Oh, how nice.
And then here we're just reconstituting some porcini mushrooms, which are my favorite mushroom in the world.
Are they?
My goodness, yeah. They smell like bacon to me, and they often have that taste.
I just got it,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, isn't that
Wow, I
wonderful?
never
it's
noticed
like
that before.
a meaty, really earthy mushroom.
Have you ever been to the Mushroom Festival in Kennett Square?
Yes, that's brilliant. It is, absolutely.
I had a portobello mushroom pizza.
Oh, that's
They
fan-
use the portobello
Yes,
as the crust.
that is brilliant. I love that
They
idea.
are brilliant over there. But you know what? Oatmeal, doing
Right.
taking the skin off of the
switch.
tomato, so many
Yeah.
different reasons to have the kettle. And now it's affordable. Now we have it on that great clearance price of less than $30. 2 easy payments of $14.98 makes it even more capable of fitting into our budget. But what are you making?
This is couscous, and the way that you make, because it's a tiny, very minute pasta, right? The way that
Yes.
you make it is you steep it in some water for about a minute, and it just soaks up that water and puffs up. We threw some pine nuts in there that were dressed with a little olive oil, and then some sun-dried tomatoes, and it's a wonderful little side dish. It's absolutely perfect.
Little pine nut in there for crunch.
Yes, yes,
So
exactly.
red is definitely our most popular color choice. We also, 3 dozen remaining in the red, that is it. And then and remember, it's a clearance price, so no reorder is planned at this time. We have the black, and we also, oh my gosh, fewer than 200 in the black. And now we have a few more than that in the eggplant. Look, the kettle that
Just
Joe
came to a
started just a
boil.
few minutes ago is
Yep.
now at a rolling boil.
Look at that. That's great. And then if I turn that switch back on, watch, it'll immediately go back off because it knows that it's ready and ready to pour.
So little auto shut off there means that I don't have to worry about burning off
No.
the bottom of the pan.
Exactly.
I am not a trained chef, but surprise, surprise, I have done that to a pan
Tea
too.
kettles excite me. They really do.
And you love
Yes.
tea towels and you
Yes,
love
I
tea
do.
kettles.
Yes, I do.
This is why we adore him, because the levels of adorableness just never stop.
Aw.
Come back and see us again.
I will.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
I
for
will.
being here today.
Oh, my pleasure.
Continue to place your orders. Joe, thank you so much. Wanted to give you a little sneak peek 8 minutes away from our QVC 2 Big Deal.